Hey friends, and welcome back to this special edition Self-Love Masterclass. If you're new here, my name is Renee Love, and I am the CEO and founder of Modern Day Wise Woman, an online self-love school and coaching practice. And here we talk about all things self-love and energy medicine. It's great to have you here. So we're doing something a little bit different today. At the time that this video is airing, we are in the middle of a COVID-19 pandemic. And so it really didn't feel like we should just get into the typical class that we normally, the sort of thing that we normally do. What I'm really grateful for is that there are so many other spiritual teachers and thought leaders in the space that have been creating all different kinds of videos and online classes and resources to help people to really deal with the difficult things that show up in these uncertain times. So I'm not necessarily going to get into that in this class. I want to talk about the one thing that has really helped me, and the one thing that I'm asking all of my clients to really focus in on. And I believe that this is something that if you practice it, it will help you to deal with this situation and, quite frankly, any other situation that you may face in your life. What I'm talking about is being present. I truly believe that when we are present, we have so much power. I can tell you that working with people, I am in the middle of and connected to and working with so many different kinds of people that handle stress, anxiety, depression, changes in the world around us or in their own lives in all different kinds of ways. And I often see people that are either on like one end of the spectrum or the other. So the one end is, the people that are like, well, you know what, everything's gonna be fine. I'm not even worried. I don't even care. Like, they're not, ensuring that they're informed. They're not really changing any behavior. They're not doing anything to prepare. They're really just kind of like doing things as if nothing has changed and nothing has happened. And then you get the other extreme, which is the people that are in this place of panic and hysteria and like the world is coming to an end, regardless of if it's a COVID situation or some other political situation or some other thing they're going through in their lives. It's the end of the world. It is like Chicken Little. It is like, it's crazy, right? And so their entire world is all about scarcity and survival. So a lot of the times you get that end or you get the other end. We don't want to be on either of those ends of the spectrum. We want to be somewhere in the middle of those, and we want to be able to move around up and down as needed. And that is what being present allows us to do. So I can tell you, for me, for example, when I'm present, I am so clear and I'm so calm. And if I'm not clear immediately, because I am present, I have all the power I need to get clear. Clarity is what helps us to be informed and what helps us to make an optimum choice, right? So being present is where the power is. I think a lot of people are freaked out with being present, or they don't want to be present. Sometimes people think that being present and being calm means that you're not being reactive enough. You're not really getting it, but that's not accurate at all. Being present means, no, I am really clear about the facts. I'm really clear about what is happening. I'm very well grounded in the reality of the situation. I'm just not losing my mind. And because of that, I am in the higher centers of my brain. I am deeply connected to my higher self. I am in tune with my soul and any other energies around me that help me to make informed decisions. And so I know I can trust myself. And if I am feeling any kind of way, or I'm feeling like I don't have what I need, I trust that I will be able to take the clear actions and ask the clear questions that I need in order to create that kind of trust. Okay? That is what being present is all about. You also get people that avoid being present because they're terrified, right? They're so in their ego, they're so in fear. And a lot of people think fear looks like panic, but fear also looks like positivity, like unhealthy positivity, which is where we are so like, it's going to be fine, everything's going to be okay, where we're actually suppressing our true feelings, our true fears, and blocking information from coming to us. So we are avoiding awareness so that we can live in this world or create this story or this fantasy called everything is normal, everything is fine, don't worry about it. Not good for us, right? Some of the ways that that plays out is sometimes you'll see people use affirmations, or they'll use like religion, or they'll use the law of attraction. They'll use all of these different kinds of things to construct a reality that isn't really so. And it's one thing to have faith, yeah? It's one thing to have faith, it's one thing to have intention, it's one thing to see all of the information and choose to use that information to create something positive, but it's another thing to be delusional, okay? And we don't want to be that. Again, we also don't want to be like the people that are just like the toilet paper people. Come on. I recognize that most of us had to run out and buy toilet paper, not because we needed toilet paper or we were planning on stocking up on toilet paper, but because everybody's doing it now, there might not be any left. So I haven't spoken to anyone that can tell me logically why people will be stocking up on toilet paper or hoarding toilet paper, or why there would be a shortage of toilet paper. So that is a perfect example of people creating panic over nothing, okay? Complete panic over nothing, and it creating a chain reaction or a domino effect. And so we all get pulled in by that. So we don't want to be like that either. So many of us are being affected by what is happening in the world right now, and we are all going to need to find ways to be able to move through this. People might lose their jobs. Maybe some of you have already lost your jobs. If you own a small business, I know you're feeling it. I know you're struggling. The vast majority of you that have small businesses or you're entrepreneurs, there are going to be some businesses, some entrepreneurs, and some people that are like super excited and looking forward to the collapse of the economy because it's going to be beneficial for them if they've not been in a position where the economy has worked in their favor up until this point. But the vast majority of people are not really looking forward to this and are worried about it. You may also be someone that your health is being affected by this, whether it is due to the fact that you need to isolate yourself and you're feeling quite lonely or disconnected. Or even maybe you are somebody that is in a high risk category, and so you're worried about catching the virus and how you're going to be able to just manage all the other things now that the rest of the economy is affected. All these things, I mean, I could go on and on. The point is that so many of us are already being affected, and we will continue to be affected, and there may be a small group of people that are going to be affected in a way that they feel is positive, but not everybody's going to feel that way. And so it is important to not be on this end of the spectrum or on that end of the spectrum, but to just be present. Because no matter what you're going to have to face financially or health-wise or in your relationships, no matter what, being present is your greatest chance and your greatest opportunity to be able to look at everything and make the choices and the decisions that are going to be in the best interest or for your highest good and the highest good of those that are around and connected to you. So this is the big, big thing here. This is the big message that I have. And this is what I've been working with my clients on. Being present is supporting myself and my clients in being clear, for example, about what parts of our plans or goals, the things that we've set for the quarter, the year, the 5-year, the 10-year, all of that. What are the things that need to be tweaked? What are the things that need to be shifted? What are the things that we need to ensure that we have a strong, healthy mindset around so that we can keep going? Because what we don't want is for our circumstances to dictate how we act. We don't want to be people that operate out of reaction. We want to be people that are still strategic, still conscious, still creating our reality, and still in power, despite the things that are outside of our control. So these are the things that I want to make sure that you remember, is that no matter what, there are certain things that are outside of your control and things that are going to happen. The greatest power that you have comes from in here, and then the powers that are far bigger than ourselves, okay? Your job is to do what you need to do so you can be present and clear. And then, as I always say to you in other classes, just remember, we are a people that come from a lineage of people who have survived the worst of things, people who have survived the Holocaust and slavery and famines and wars and all kinds of other devastation and mass destruction. We will get through this. And our best shot of moving through this and turning things around comes from being grounded and present and clear and not Pollyanna or panicked. So that's really what I wanted to come out here and say. I hope that this has been helpful. If it has been, I think it's really important to share it with your friends, your family, the people in your life that you know could really use this, okay? Because the more grounded, the more present, and the more calm more of us are, the better we will be able to handle this situation and any other situation that we are going to face in the future as a global community. The last thing I just want to say really quickly is that it is important that you find people, accounts, resources, people that will help you to process the true feelings, your fear, your panic, your anxiety, if you're feeling a bit depressed. You want to actually deal with those feelings and emotions. It's perfectly normal to experience them. It's not a bad thing at all. It's okay if you're not feeling calm in the moment. It is that you want to find people that will help you to get from those places to what I'm talking about here. And the best way, or some of the best ways to do that, are to deal with things head on, okay? So not being overly positive, not delving too deep into them so that you drown in them, but like, how do you actually work through the feelings and the emotions? Something I do with my clients, but there are so many wonderful coaches and therapists, psychiatrists, counselors, like people out there, and YouTube channels, just find whoever and whatever works for you, okay? And lean on the people in your life that are a great resource for you as well. But yeah, that's really what I wanted to come out here and say. I, again, just think you all are so wonderful, And it is a gift, truly, for us to be able to come together through technology. Oh, I heard the greatest quote. I'm totally going to botch it up because I've only heard it once, but someone said something like, the internet is no longer I forget what it is, but it's actually a utility. And I feel like that is so true. So grateful for the internet, grateful for technology and all of you. I'm going to continue to, make as many videos as I can. We'll have other classes as well coming out. We're going to keep moving forward here at Modern Day Wise Women. I'm very grateful that most of what we do here is through technology. So everyone that takes my programs is still able to continue to be in their programs because of technology. So yeah, it's been wonderful. It's actually been really wonderful in how we can stay together and stay connected. All right, my friends, until we see each other next time, I appreciate you. Stay safe, take care of each other and yourselves, and don't you forget that we truly are in this together.